Welcome back. A new Godot showcase has been released. This time they interviewed John, the developer of Gravity Ace. Gravity Ace is a 2D multi-directional gravity shooter, or cave flyer. Right now it's in early access with an expected release date in 2021. It's available on Steam and itch.io. He talks about why he chose Godot over Unreal and Unity for his project, and his experience using Godot for cross-platform development. Go read the full interview if you want a sneak peek into the mind of an experienced developer. Some new information has come out on the new Tileset Editor. To make it more flexible, the different tileset systems such as rendering, collisions, physics, and navigation are now using a concept of layers. This allows you to customize the properties that the tiles themselves expose. For example, you can now define several physics bodies per tile with different collision layers and masks. Navigation was also completely redone. The navigation 2D and 3D nodes have been removed. The new system uses a concept of layers and regions. You simply ask the navigation server to get a path between two regions, and the new tile maps allow you to define a mask to include/exclude regions from the path request. Another highly requested feature that's been added is custom data. Each tileset can now be assigned a custom data layer made up of a type and a name. And another major change, auto tiles have been replaced. The new solution is called terrains. Unlike auto tiles, terrains can support transitions from one terrain to another. Terrains will also support hexagonal and isometric shapes, so you'll no longer have to do weird workarounds to get those in your game. The web export of Godot 3.3 is getting a virtual keyboard. It's very experimental at the moment due to just how difficult it is to implement. Most other video game engines, even the big famous ones, do not have this feature. If you want to use the new virtual keyboard, the devs recommend limiting your text edit nodes to a small amount of text. Another limitation is that you cannot zoom, so your line edit placement is very important. You don't want the keyboard to cover that part of the screen. And one more important update, the HTTPClient implementations have been rewritten using the Fetch API. This means Godot can now process chunks of the HTTP response before it completes, allowing the use of APIs based on server-sent events. And now is the part of the show where we talk about some cool games or projects made with the Godot engine. Retrowave Burner is an infinite rail shooter with an 80s cyber aesthetic. Bittersweet Birthday is an action game where every combat encounter is a challenging and unique fight. Explore different areas and help their lovely residents with their everyday struggles while learning more about the world and its history. Blade Point is an endless runner rhythm action game that's about assassination with style. Out of Pangaea is a point-and-click simulation game where you learn about ecology and evolution. It was created in 48 hours for the 2021 Scientific Game Jam. Himig is a game where you wander about the town at your own pace, appreciate the surroundings, and feel the comfort of the world. Embrace your inner child's curiosity and find your interests by interacting with the neighborhood. Nurture your personality as you bond with everyone and become an important part of their lives. Banana Pie is a puzzle platformer centered around a teleportation mechanic. Cruel World is an experimental 2D platformer. The game takes place in a singular shared world that records your accomplishments and your every selfish action. Your playthrough decisions affect the obstacles other players will have to face. The players that played before you can theoretically make the game unplayable for you. Because of this, the devs thought the experiment would not last more than a day and intended to take the game down at such time. To their surprise, most players have been making surprisingly unselfish decisions with a few key exceptions, and the experiment continues. That's all I have for you this week. Like the video, and thank you for watching.